Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive? Today we're focusing on something you might not think about all that much.
Until it's a problem.
Yeah,
Kidneys.
exactly, they're vital.
Absolutely. But we're going to uncover some of those maybe sneaky early signs of kidney disease.
Right, and how you can support them.
Exactly. We're going to give you some practical tips for keeping those bean-shaped organs happy.
Love that.
So our guide today is a YouTube video
Oh,
by Dr. Eric Berg, DC,
okay.
called Recognizing the Signs of Kidney Disease, What You Need to Know.
Catchy.
Right. And he starts off with just this crazy fact. You filter something like 760 cups of fluid
What?
through your kidneys every day.
No way.
Way more than you drink.
Wow, so much more.
It's amazing, so.
Yeah, most people know kidneys filter waste from the blood,
Right.
but they do so much more.
That's what I was going to say. What's so cool is that recycling aspect.
Yes.
They conserve water and protein and essential nutrients.
Even hormones.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like having this super efficient recycling plant, constantly like fine-tuning things.
Exactly. And each kidney uses millions of these tiny filters called nephrons.
Nephrons.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you probably already know this, but we lose nephrons as we age.
Right.
And so understanding kidney health is so important for the long haul.
So, okay, let's say I'm starting to think about, my kidneys.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a little worried. What are some of the things, like the biggest things that I should be watching out for?
Well, one of the most serious threats to kidney health is diabetes.
Okay.
It's the leading cause of kidney disease and leads to something called diabetic nephropathy.
Okay. Diabetic nephropathy.
Yeah.
It sounds a little intimidating. What does that actually mean for my kidneys?
Essentially, high blood sugar combines with protein and creates this damaging reaction called glycation.
Glycation.
Yeah, think of it like sugar caramelizing and sticking to your nephrons.
Oh.
So over time, they become less efficient. And what's scary is that this damage can build up for years before you even notice any symptoms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're talking like a decade or more.
Right. So potentially leading to some serious complications down the road.
Right, potentially even dialysis.
Wow. Okay, that really puts things into perspective.
Hmm.
I feel like it's a little bit of a wake-up call, even if you don't have diabetes, to think about your blood sugar.
Definitely.
But if it takes that long to show up, how do you catch it?
Well, that's the tricky part.
Yeah.
One of the earliest signs is something called nocturia,
Nocturia.
or frequent nighttime urination.
Okay.
A lot of people dismiss this as just part of getting older,
Right.
but it can be a red flag, especially if it's a new or worsening pattern.
Okay, so how do I know if it's something to really worry about? I mean, as we age, isn't it fairly common to have to get up in the night?
That's a great question. It's important to look at the bigger picture. Have there been any other changes in your health? Are you thirstier than usual? Do you have a family history of diabetes or kidney problems?
Oh, so all of that is important.
Yeah, all those things to consider.
So if you're noticing those bathroom trips are increasing, maybe in addition to some of those other things you mentioned, it's time to get checked out.
Absolutely. Early detection is key.
Okay, so early detection key, but let's talk about managing it, because I know Dr. Berg has some interesting thoughts on the approach to that.
He does.
So what's the typical path people take if they're diagnosed with kidney disease or maybe even, pre-diabetes?
Well, the conventional approach focuses on managing the symptoms, things like controlling blood sugar with medication. But Dr. Berg challenges this, arguing that it doesn't actually solve the problem.
It just masks it.
Exactly, it just masks it. He points out that just removing excess sugar from the blood, you're essentially shifting it to other places in the body, like cells of the liver.
Right.
And ultimately, it can actually contribute to fat storage. It doesn't just disappear.
So like sweeping the dirt under the rug.
Exactly.
Instead of taking it outside.
Exactly. He advocates for a more proactive approach, correcting the issue through dietary changes.
Okay, so dietary changes to protect our kidneys. What kind of things does he recommend?
He emphasizes two main strategies, a ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting. Both can be really powerful for stabilizing blood sugar.
Okay.
A ketogenic diet is very low in carbohydrates and high in healthy fats. This forces your body to burn fat for fuel instead of glucose, which can have a positive impact on those blood sugar levels.
And what about intermittent fasting? What does that involve? So it's like giving your body a break from constantly digesting food.
Yeah, intermittent fasting is all about cycling between periods of eating and fasting.
Yep.
It can be as simple as just like extending that overnight fast, or having a set eating window each day.
Okay.
Dr. Berg actually eats just 1.5 meals a day, with his main meal around noon and a big salad in the evening.
Interesting. So he's clearly not starving himself.
No, not at all.
It's more about being strategic with when you eat
Exactly.
rather than what you eat.
Exactly. And this approach may not work for everyone,
Right.
but it highlights that even small changes to our eating patterns can have a real difference for our health.
That's true. And speaking of that big salad, it's not just about getting your veggies.
Right.
He talks about these phytonutrients.
Yeah, phytonutrients.
Fill me in. What are those? And how do they help our kidneys?
They're powerful compounds found in plants,
Okay.
and they have some serious kidney protective benefits.
Oh.
Think of them as tiny warriors fighting off that damage from high blood sugar.
Oh.
Dr. Berg actually uses a really interesting comparison.
Okay.
He talks about two people, both with diabetes.
Okay.
One eats a diet high in phytonutrients, the other doesn't.
Okay.
They both have diabetes,
Right.
but the one with all those phytonutrients tends to have fewer complications.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So even if my diet isn't perfect,
Right.
just adding more of these phytonutrient-rich foods
Exactly.
can actually make a difference.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm starting to see my salads in a whole new light.
That's the spirit. And remember, it's not just about quantity.
Bro.
It's also about variety.
Okay.
Different plants offer different phytonutrients.
Okay.
So the more colorful your plate, the better.
So eat the rainbow.
Exactly.
Okay, so diet, clearly crucial for kidney health.
Yeah.
But any other tools in the toolkit?
Yeah.
Does he suggest anything beyond diet to give those kidneys some extra support?
He does. He recommends a few additional remedies that can work alongside dietary changes.
Okay.
One is benfotiamine, a fat-soluble form of vitamin B1.
Okay.
It helps reduce something called glycation.
Glycation, we talked about that.
Yeah, we did earlier.
As well as oxidative stress.
Hold on, oxidative stress. I don't think we touched on that one.
Think of it as damage from unstable molecules in the body.
Okay.
These molecules can basically wreak havoc on your cells,
Oh.
including those in your kidneys.
Oh, no.
Benfotiamine helps neutralize these harmful molecules, kind of like an internal antioxidant for your kidneys.
So it's like giving your kidneys a shield.
Exactly.
Okay, I like it. What else does he recommend?
He also suggests alpha-lipoic acid, which is another powerful antioxidant,
Okay.
and turmeric, specifically curcumin, for its anti-inflammatory and protective benefits. So these are like the supporting actors,
Yeah,
not the lead role.
right.
They work alongside a healthy diet.
Think of your diet as the foundation and these extra remedies as additions to help strengthen and protect your kidneys.
Okay.
But it's really important to remember that supplements aren't a magic bullet.
Right.
It's always best to talk to your doctor
Right.
before starting any new supplements, especially if you have any existing health conditions.
That's a great reminder to have that conversation with your doctor and make sure that you're making the best choices for your individual needs.
Exactly.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
So before we wrap things up, what are
Okay.
some of the key takeaways about supporting our kidney health?
Well, firstly, early detection is absolutely key. Kidney disease can develop silently for years. So pay attention to those subtle signs like nocturia,
Right.
and don't hesitate to talk to your doctor.
Don't just brush it off as getting older.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
secondly, remember your diet plays a starring role in kidney health. Prioritize blood sugar balance by limiting processed foods, sugary drinks, refined carbs.
So sugary drinks not doing our kidneys any favors.
Not at all. And don't forget about those powerful phytonutrients we discussed earlier.
Right.
Load up on those colorful fruits and veggies, especially leafy greens.
Eat the rainbow.
Exactly. And finally, although supplements can offer additional support,
Right.
they can't replace a healthy lifestyle focus on the foundation. A balanced diet, regular exercise, managing stress, getting enough sleep.
So it's all about a holistic approach.
Exactly. Taking care of our overall well-being is the best way to protect our kidneys and keep them functioning at their best.
And remember that mind-blowing statistic we learned at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
You're filtering a massive 760 cups of fluid
760 cups.
through your kidneys every single day.
It's incredible.
So what's one final thought you'd like to leave our listener with?
Well, I think it's this. Take a moment to appreciate the incredible complexity and efficiency of your body. We often take it for granted, but it's constantly working to keep us alive and thriving. And you have the power to make choices that support its optimal function.
Right.
Even small changes can make a big difference over time.
Yeah, it really is amazing what our bodies do for us.
It is.
And it's easy to lose sight of that
Yeah, we just go about our day.
and forget to be grateful.
Exactly.
But you're right, it's not about being perfect. It's about making those choices that move us in the right direction.
That's it.
Well, this deep dive has definitely given me a lot to think about. I'm already kind of brainstorming ways that I can incorporate more of these kidney supporting strategies into my own routine.
That's fantastic.
So thank you so much for taking the time to share your expertise with us today. It's been a really eye-opening conversation.
My pleasure. I always enjoy these opportunities to just delve into these topics.
Me too. And to you listening, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of kidney health. We hope you learned some valuable insights and that you're feeling inspired to take a proactive approach to your own well-being.
Yes, knowledge is power, and now you have the power to protect those incredible kidneys of yours.
And make choices that support their vital role in your health.
Exactly.
And if you're looking to learn even more, we highly recommend checking out Dr. Berg's full video on YouTube. We'll be sure to include a link in the show notes
Definitely.
so you can explore further. But until next time, stay curious
Stay informed.
and take good care.
Take good care of yourselves.